pulling while we're talking is astonishing.
He's lovely that way. Yeah, he's very patient.
Well, he didn't look patient when he got
No,
over.
that well, yeah. Okay. Under certain circumstances, he's patient.
Hi. And I feel like I might need you to wear gloves with the cheese. Like I'm like, you're gonna be emailing me going, the cheese is great, and we went through a lot of Band-Aids. Oh my God, my darling. Oh my God, he is the dog you'd have squeezed cheese. I mean, you really would have squeezed cheese, and he'd be eaten out of the.
Yeah.
I had a client years ago that just kept squeezed cheese in the pocket and it solved everything. And it wasn't like the healthiest food, but the dog and the person were perfectly happy. Show me warming him up by walking backwards, and let's do a trial of 4 steps on your 4th football. If the leash is slack, yes and B. Let's just do one trial, 4 steps after your pivot, forward B. Ready? Kristen, you didn't only yes a sort of a slack leash, he was with you. Yes. And by the way, you are killing me. Archie's behavior is making me go, I would argue for a new marker word, but he said I'm fine with the yes. But you're using yes in a different way than you started.
I can do whatever I need to do, but it is automatic pilot for Mark and I to do that in a sing-songy voice and sort of jog back throughs and be goofy. That's kind of where Molly just said all that stuff. That's how we potty trained him, and so I can learn something new if that's going to be helpful, but that's always going to barf out of our mouth first. It is. It just is.
What changed in my observations from the beginning is you said yes with some enthusiasm, and it was a.
Yeah.
I'd like yes to mean some. So picture what's happening in his brain as he's learning what the words mean. I'd like yes to mean super important payment here.
Yeah, okay. Payment only. I do know that. I try to do good for everything else, and yes, only when he's going to get a treat. But that's a bad mechanic.
Here's the new what's the right word?
You're doing great. Keep doing it.
Trend. It's not the right word in my profession.
Yeah.
So in my profession, with the younger ones, the big trend is every different reinforcement, every different reward has its own marker signal. So you're not using click for all the good things.
Yes.
You're using individual marker signals for each reward. Totally understand the upside of that. It's a lot for my brain to handle.
Yeah.
Because you said something so brilliant I don't want to lose. I love the cheese, Zook, Stella and Chewy, whatever he's willing to work for. I just remembered I actually have a client right now using whipped cream. Not really where I want to go, but that makes such a great sound that the sound of the whipped cream is the marker. This is the best I can do with this client. This is not you. Whatever you've got, you're paying with its food. I don't want to lose your insight that we're somehow paying him with the smell.
Yes.
Now, if I had a dog right now who said to me through his behavior, I like to smell everything, I'm screwed. So what I'm going to do is watch. I'm going to pull out Stella and Chewy's, or more likely a hot dog, and I'm going to rub it.
We're using hot dogs with the housekeeper, like you said, like a champ. That's good working. Although she wants to feed him, and she didn't get to throw it away from her at first. But the hot dogs got his attention.
Did she throw it away?
She did after the first 2 days. She just wanted so much for him to come to her. She didn't quite get that, even though I left it in a note to read it. But the third time she did.
A long time ago, weirdly had to have a target for the throwing for the person to not. I had to go throw it in
That's
the cup.
exactly what I said. Throw it in the dining room while you're in the kitchen, and then she got that.
You actually have to give them.
It's so counterintuitive for people. Yeah, they
It
just want
does not. Okay,
Yeah.
so if I were working with him and I said, God, I would like him to know that the way he gets to the coveted thing up there, bowl of food, smell of hot dog rubbed on the favorite toy, the way you get to dad is on a slack leash. It's the fastest way to do that. I'd set it up, meaning there is an obvious beacon of magnetism. I put the smell there so that you could go exactly what you just did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, let's go.
And then run to the smell.
You preset it, and you know he's going to want to smell it because right now we cannot predict where he wants to pull. It's everything.
Yeah.
So you totally don't want to lose the great insight you have. Food is a super useful training reinforcer. So is going out in the world, but I'm going to set it up in a way that I know what you're going to pull from. I have collected peanut butter dogs and set it up somewhere where to go. Smudge, I know you want to go over there. I know the P is drawing you. 1, 2, 3. Yes, let's run.
Yeah.
Or yes, I'll drop the leash and you can
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
So just don't lose that it's not just the food doing the
Yeah.
work.
Okay.
Food's easier for us, but I don't want to neglect that he's got things he wants to.
So when we're using yes, it needs to be, I need to, for whatever behavior I'm asking him to do, if I click it with a yes, and then he expects a treat, it should always be.
Oh my
right
God, I
here,
love
yes.
this question. For me, the only time I care as much about treat placement is on loose leash walking because it's so hard.
All right, so then, okay.
And because I'm not on the trend yet of you've got 5 different markers and Mark knows the 5 different markers and you,
Yeah.
for me, your yes is going to be gateway to all the things you like. I'm only this particular on loose leash walking.
Okay.
Because there's too many variables for him to sort through and I want it to be so mindless. Sometimes people on loose leash walking will scatter the treats and I'm like, no, he's all right. I want to narrow down his behaviors. When you say yes, even if he's here, his head comes back around here and it's very predictable.
Yeah.
So I like your yes, meaning use what you can't see on the walk. Yes for the thing I know you want to pull toward. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Probably most of the time it's going to be the food.
Yeah.
He changed his behavior really radically from when he first got here, which was not he got his jollies out. It is that you gave him a clear path to reinforcement. Amazing. You got everything Molly taught you and also really good ability to take in the information and translate.
Well, I'm glad that this is, I didn't expect this to be so successful right after that.
No, I would have thought I was going to just give you your money back and send you home. I'd find a different place to work because I don't want it to be too hard for him.
Yeah.
The really practical question you and Mark could answer is, first off, I'd be snugging this up because if
Yeah.
this is going to be shifting this much, it's not going to be gear for him,
Yeah.
and he does not have a body shape to where this shouldn't work.
Okay.
So I feel like
Okay.
this jack
Just-
back here, it's
Yeah.
big.
Okay.
Tighter here, little snugger here.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I fit it for you last time, so this isn't
Yeah.
about you. It's me
Yeah.
going.
Well, I
wow.
just, because this has always got so
Yeah.
much slack, I think it just always is pulling.
So the experiment, and I'm still on the experiment, is kind of grab a little tighter back there
Yeah.
so that it really is gripping like a
Okay.
bra.
Okay.
I don't know, we might go, this isn't the gear for you. I'm not willing to give it up yet.
Okay.
Regardless of that, I still think it's going to be a very practical thing for you and Mark to go, we're doing the dance step training in the place. Where is that concrete place that you're driving to and doing the practice? It's a pain in the ass, but boy, is it going to pay off. You're going to have him for a decade. Let's do the work now. Oh my God, make it walks easier. In the meantime, are we not walking him? Are we only going to the dog park and we're literally cheesing him to the gate?
Yeah.
I have a client who, I don't love this either, but I have a client because they go together to the dog park. One of them goes to the gate of the dog park. One of them has the dog at the car. They call the dog. The dog is not on leash with anybody. What am I trying to avoid? Human attached to a leash where he's pulling. I get scrunchy face too to go, my God, that's dangerous.
Yeah, we always go like that when other people do that.
And you can go. You're trailing a long line.
Yeah.
So God forbid you run, we can catch you. I just want it to be like you and Mark both go, even when we go just once he pulls to the good thing,
Yeah.
holy no. No more of that anywhere. Even if it means you don't go for many walks for the next few weeks until we get this
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
I think you're doing a lot right already, but what's creeping into your walking is mistake correction.
Yes.
Mistake correction. Oh God, I just want to be able to do the walking with you. Will he never pull? No, we're going for pretty much 90% of the time
Yeah.
he is close to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. He showed an amazing ability to learn for a dog who wouldn't even eat when he first came home.
Yeah. I'm so surprised that I just couldn't believe that he's ready to make that cheese.
Really, I'm going to pass my friend's house on the way home, and I think I might have to say to her, my God, the cheese you put in my pocket. I am with you on the keeping the yes. I wouldn't have been, but it seemed like that worked. And your yes, shooting your left hand down, that really made a difference. He was watching your arm. That helped a lot for him to learn what the yes means.
Okay.
Probably early days, you're not getting much more than 6 steps. And here's the thing that often happens intuitively. People will go, we ratchet up the difficulty by how many steps we're taking. So he did really good on 3. And so the next time we practice, we're going to do 5. And then we're going to do 8. It's much easier for learners when you yo-yo around what he's good at. So sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 2. Exactly that. that you have a sense that some of them are easy, and some of them are you pivot and you take one. I fooled you. That was enough.
Yes.
You want him going, my God, I never know what she's doing.
Yeah, yes.
I don't know. This looked hopeful to me.
Okay, great. That's wonderful to hear.
Now, every time we're this far from your car, we gotta go. We gotta get back to the car.
Yeah.
So, my usual go-to is the backwards walking, knowing this is not 100% safe for the human to walk backwards.
Yeah, that's all right. I can make that.
My colleague in Sweden I've been on a text with today because we're completing about something together. So my colleague Emily Johnson Bay from Sweden, who is a brilliant trainer, would say you transport him to the car, and by transporting him she means you are constantly eating out of my hand.
Yeah.
It is just a continuous feeding thing.
Okay.
He could be continuously tugging, but I don't think right now if I pulled a tug toy out, maybe he'd tug. I tug with him to the car.
That's interesting. I'm going to try that in the house. I feel like he doesn't really understand toys, but I think that he would like that.
I wish I had a tug in my pocket right now because you tugging to the car, that's absolutely legal.
Yeah.
It's us going, that's a far way to go,
Yeah.
and we're not going to have you pulling.
Do you have 2 seconds just to define
Yes.
the equipment difference?
Oh, God.
Suggest
So
to
sorry.
me what we should be doing as far as what kind of do we do a collar again, or do we have a harness, or
Here's my first thought, and I don't know that it's a good one, but it is what came to my mind first. And the reason I don't know that it's a good one is it makes them pretty strong. So if you said 2 clips, we're playing the dance game.
yeah?
I've got the steering clip is here. I don't use it much, but can he tell the difference between 1 and 2 clip?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you've already got the gear to make that discrimination? The catch on that for you guys is when he's only clipped to the back, and I probably would say the pulling gear, God, I know you're going to pull, but I just need to get you somewhere.
Yeah.
He's strong enough to pull even you or Mark off, right?
He
So just to be able to go.
already does. Yeah. So he never gets to pull on. So we are only clipping 2 when we are certain that we have the time
Yeah.
to make sure
Yes.
that does not happen.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
You
Yes.
totally could say,
Okay.
we got some old collars
easy.
around,
Yeah.
and the collar is even more different. So when the collar goes on, we attach a leash. We also don't have a lot of control over you, but dang, that does feel different than the harness. You and Mark might go, the harness is sacrosanct. You don't pull on the harness. That is our nice, polite walking gear. The collar we pulled out of the drawer from 2 dogs ago that we put on and attach a leash. Pull on the collar. Just know that when he pulls on the collar, he will have some ability to pull. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So
It's a little bit more distinctive. It's just that it's more distinct.
Yeah.
It's like I'm wearing the vest open or zipped. Well, it is still the vest. It's different as opposed to the vest or the completely something else.
yes. Okay.
So it's a distinction in what's going to be easiest for you to be consistent about.
Okay, so one more time. The collar is the pulling, and the harness is the loose leash.
I would be going for that now because we had some progress in this setup.
Yes.
I'm not giving up on the setup yet.
Okay.
In the back of my mind is Plan B and CR. We've got head collars. They're a different project, and I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
This feel, God, especially with your training skills, this feels still doable. So I like this as, oh my God, you walk on a slack leash, certainly with a double clip.
Yeah.
Could we make an argument that the single clip is distinctive enough that he can discriminate? He can. It's not as clear a discrimination as some completely different gear. Several of my clients have different harnesses that are more fabric, or they put a different harness on.
Sure.
I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with the old rough wear harness that has a hole. That's your pulling harness. This is your dancing harness. Oh, heck
so
yes.
much I worry about if it's just the collar, and I
I
don't have
do
a collar
too.
for him. I just pitched him when you said get
No.
rid of
I do too. It would not be
Yeah.
my choice. It
Yeah.
would not be my choice.
Okay.
You could go. He's in a head halter for the pulling.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's going to be miserable then as you're introducing something
Okay.
else for him.
All right,
We
so
could
you
certainly
think
try
we
that.
could try this harness. 2 clips is the dance
Yep.
steps. 1 clip on the front.
My preference would be on
The
the back,
back
even though
is
it
the-
is
let's
less
just
control
get
for
it
you.
out. That's fine. That's what we're doing now.
Here's what I think happens when you do that, and I do it with Smudge sometimes. I will say to Smudge, when I take off your front clip, I know you're going to be sniffing down in the waterfront, and I have seated control. I am seating control because I feel like it's safe enough and you really want to sniff. And it's clear I have lost control, but he knows that difference. So I will sometimes say to him when I unclip the front, be a sled dog, because this is almost a sled dog attachment. He is going to lean his whole front of his body into this. Well, I'm 61. To be able to go, that is a mindfulness where I go, you, my 60-pound dog, now have a lot of control.
Yeah.
Right? Why wouldn't I not clip to the front? Because I'm pretty protective of this, gives me a little steering ability, and I really don't want to lose that.
Okay.
So clipping on the back is, I know you're mostly a sled dog now. I'm letting you do that because we only have to get to there and it's pouring rain and I need you to pee. Again, I'd love you to avoid all of those, but the reality is like,
Okay.
and it's perfectly okay if you say, hey, we're people that walk our dogs every day. That is me. It's perfectly okay if you go, not for the rest of December, not until Martin Luther King Day, not until the next holiday when we go, we've got a little practice at this, where he is annoying you by looking up at you for cheese. That I want you or Mark to email me and go, that damn dog only wants cheese on a walk.
Yeah. Okay.